Hi everyone, this is Alicia, and I am doing a tarot reading for you all. I already prayed and shuffled the cards. I'm filming this with my camera phone, that's why I did that beforehand. And the first one, I'll see. So the first card is that is the Prince of Swords. And this is going to be someone who is very quick-witted, who has a sharp tongue, who might be a young person with direct energy. And then this is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is where you are an expert in your craft, an expert in creating abundance and wealth for you, for yourself. And then this is Queen of Swords, who, again, the sword element is the air element, which has to do with all the mental capacities that we're capable of. And the Queen of Swords, she's very, also very wise and very intelligent and very sharp. And she's a very critical thinker. And then this is the Six of Cups. Cups have to do with the water element, and this is just like a sharing of good vibes, good emotions. And let's see here, how do they connect? So, let's see. So, let's see here. So the Prince of Swords, this is going to be a person who, again, who is very intelligent, who's going to be a go-getter, who's going to have really good ideas. And that would help this person here, who is going to be the Nine of Pentacles, who's going to be very successful in what they do, as far as their abundance, whether it's, a business or just financially savvy, and perhaps an expert in what their craft is, or a trade. And then this person, this goes into this person, and it's just the go-gettiness and expertise in whatever trade or endeavor, any kind of talent that you have, will help you to become like the Queen of Swords, very very abundant and just very intuitive, and also quick on quick on your, I want to say quick on your feet, but really your mind is very sharp. But you also have that feminine quality where you can use your intuitiveness to think quickly and, receive the quick-wittedness and the intelligence to deal with any situation that might arise, to better create better relations with other people. Sometimes we don't think about what we say. We could say it in a different, slightly nicer, more smoother manner. Of course, how we react to people is really has to do with all of us, with our own personal issues. So we really shouldn't be so sensitive, but I know some of us are. I know I can be sometimes. and sometimes the gentleman here, the knight, the Prince of Swords, he could be a little bit too rash, too, he can be too a little impulsive of what he says. He could be, full of himself, but he can also be very, how should I say, very, just assertive, I guess I could say. Just assertive. So yeah, just a quick reading right now. Before I did my cards for this reading, I got the Fool. The Fool popped out, which is the first card of the tarot deck. It's I was reading the tarot can be called the hero's journey, so we can take the Fool as the hero. So this is sort of my journey into doing card reading. It's something that I really enjoy. For me, it's fun, just to kind of think off the top of my head and use my intuition. Right now, it's late, and I'm like, trying to do the best I can. As you can tell, I'm a little bit nervous, so hopefully I'll get better as time goes on. But this is just my first tarot reading for just general reading. This may or may not apply to you, but yeah, just I can see the personal connotations for myself, and this again may not apply to you, or you might be watching this years or weeks or months later on. It might resonate with you, or it might resonate with you later on. But tarot is just a really fun and interesting way to exercise your intuition and your imagination. It started out as just a card game, really, in like the Renaissance era, and then people who are intuitive picked up different archetypes and different meanings within the cards. So, and it's just a tool like anything else. The tarot is just a tool to exercise your own intuition, and it's each card is neutral. It's not that scary once you understand the meaning behind them, like death. I know sometimes can be a bit scary, but if you really look at it, it's just transformation into something new. It's a beginning, not an end. And then the devil. You can really associate that with just like earthly things, like anything like overindulging in food, or being too lusty can be bad for you, but in moderation it's fine. Over consuming and can be consuming Mother Earth and her resources. It's not a good thing. So just those things are not to be scared of. The death and the devil card. If you again, all the cards are neutral. It's just depending on how you read them, and how you associate with them. And if there's anything that you feel is not kind of scares you, just say a prayer, and I use tarot cards as kind of a measure of like the current and near future energy. I don't do any far off predictions or anything. I think right now our world is changing a lot, so it would just be too difficult to do that. But I do find I do like tarot cards and other oracle cards just to kind of give me more clarification, or just to validate how I already know how I feel or just what's going on, how I know what to do or to act on certain things. So that's why I like tarot, and I want to be a tarot card reader professionally one of these days. Obviously, I have a little bit more practice to do. But anyway, this is just my first video to do just a general card reading for whoever wants to listen and watch. But thank you so much. I appreciate anybody who decides to watch my video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.